Hey guys, welcome back to my late edition of my weekly sit down video budget update video. Guys, I have been so sick. You would not believe I have not been that sick in like a long time. I did not get the flu shot this year. I usually do. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But y'all, I was out for the count. After that last video, like I still came to work and everything because I don't have a lot of days left to take off or anything like that. And one of our other subs was out. It was just, and not that I felt like I needed to be a martyr, like martyr myself and come to work anyway, but you guys, I was down for the count. Like I had the only energy I could muster up was to come to work and then go home and go to bed, But let's get into it. So if you're new here, my name is Joy. I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 in August. And I am working through Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. I am currently on baby step number 2, which is the debt payoff. I think it's called the debt snowball, but I'm not really using the snowball method because the debts that I had, they were small enough to where I could just pay them off in a chunk. So there was never really like a snowball. But I am focused on 2 goals this year. One is paying off my car loan, and the other is fully funding my emergency fund. That'll get me finished with baby steps 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, I'm done. I'm at work. We ended our work day. I have to work a basketball game tonight, and that's one of the ways I make extra money here in education. I work as a educational sign language interpreter, and I don't remember my exact amount that I make a year, but it's like $42,000 and some change that I make for 10 months of work, which they spread out over 12 months. So when I tell you my paychecks, maybe it doesn't add up like you think it should. It's because they break it down over like 12 months instead of us instead of them like paying us in the 10 months, and then we have like 2 months of, not getting any paychecks. So that's where we are today. I earn additional income by working extracurricular activities like basketball games, volleyball. Hopefully I'll be able to work the lacrosse games. It's just kind of like a matter of first come, first serve. So whoever signs up for it first will get it. So hopefully I'll get it. I've been blessed so far. So it's been working out for me. So hopefully, and then that'll take me to the end of the school year. That's a spring sport. And so that'll take me through to the end of the school year. And so yeah, so I'm using my extra money to fund my emergency fund and just trying to get my car paid off and different things like that, just moving into a different stage of life where I'm not like owing everybody money. Like it was so freeing once I, got rid of some debts, like no debt collectors calling me. Yeah, guys, there's nothing like it. All of my bills are paid on time because I've been following my budget. And I don't stick to my budget. Like I need to be more religious about sticking to my budget. Like it has not been as smooth sailing as I would have liked it to be. I've had a lot of setbacks where I'm overspending and then, having to catch back up and different things like that. And so what we're trying to do this year is really just get those 2 goals. Because I used to have like a bunch of goals, but those 2 are my only 2 financial goals that I have this year. So hopefully we can work towards that. And so this year, it's 2026. I've only done 1 video this year, but hopefully we can get back on track, child. Get my health in order. So hopefully we can get back on track. But this year I have my notes here. So if you see me glancing over, I have my notes over here. Just so I can make sure I'm saying all the things that I want to say. Another way that I make extra money too is I did earn my state license here in the state of Illinois to be able to interpret outside of the school setting. It's called community interpreting. And so I have been picking up jobs in that sect as well. And so Some things don't work because it's during the school day when I'm already working. I already have a full-time job, so it's really just side if something comes up. I'm hoping to do like 3 extra jobs a month, depending on the month. Like it just ebbs and flows. So far I've only done 1 extra job this month. A couple have popped up, but somebody else has gotten to them before me. So here we are, and some of them just don't work for my schedule. Like I think a couple of them are for Sundays, but I'm already at my own church, so I'm not going to skip my own church because I also serve at my church in children's ministry. Y'all know I'm not leaving my littles to somebody else. So I already, so I can't pick those up because those just don't work out. And so I'm just believing God that, I'm going to, like, as I am faithful, like, I start to just see things come together in my finances. And I think let me go in order of what my notes say. So this year I'm focusing on like discovering the things that I like. And for as long as I've been, by the way, we are going to get into my first paycheck of the year. We are going to budget that. But I just want to preempt it with some things first. So this year I'm focusing on discovering what I like what my interests are apart from like what other people can do with me. I know like I've always like enjoyed like doing things with people, like growing up, like I can do things by myself, but some things I'm always like, I'm going to do this, like when I have somebody to do it with me. But like, what do I just like to do? What would I do if nobody's going to do it with me? And like one of those things is that I have purchased a clarinet. I am taking clarinet lessons. I am now playing in a local community band, concert band. We had our first rehearsal. Last Monday. Yesterday was a holiday, Martin Luther King birthday. So we didn't rehearse last night, but our rehearsals are like Monday nights from 7 to like 9:30, I think. So 7, 8, 9, 2.5 hours. And so I really enjoyed it. And I'm just doing it for my own like fulfillment, for my own, like nothing has to come of it. I don't have to do it for like nothing has to come of it. I just do it fully because I enjoy doing that. And with that being said, I'm also making allowances in my budget for those things. I think last year even at the end of 2024 and 2025, I didn't recover from it, but I was dealing with like frugal fatigue. Like I was holding myself so tight to a budget where there wasn't a lot of leeway for me to do things that I enjoy, like to spend extra money to do certain things. Now I'm not crazy. Like it's not like I got to travel or do all these things like that. It was just little things here and there. Like I opened up back my DoorDash. DoorDash is the devil. Like it just sucks the life out of a budget. And so something that I was really good at in 2024 was I took away all those extra things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, like anything that costs money, any subscriptions I got rid of. DoorDash, like I was so good on not using DoorDash. Well, 2025, though, those doors opened back up. I went back and got Netflix. I went back and got Amazon Prime. I went back to, I didn't go back to Hulu, but it was something else. I think I did Peacock a little bit. And like, I just opened the door a little bit and then it just swung wide open and I was just on that train again. And so I did go back and cancel all those things again. I mean, DoorDash had me like in a chokehold, like especially like over these past few weeks when I was sick. Like I just didn't have energy to cook. I didn't have energy to go grocery shopping. I didn't have energy to do anything. And so I would just order DoorDash, and even sometimes it was even twice a day because I had lunch and dinner. Like it was nuts. The fees are nuts. It's crazy. And I don't have to do that. And so, man, I was using DoorDash like a personal chef, y'all. I mean, they probably know my house. I remember I was doing that during 2020. I'm telling you, this one man came to my house so much, I promise. If he would have come one more time, he would have asked me on a date. Like, he was this close. He was this close. And I'm like, and that money goes so quickly. Like one meal can cost $35 to $50. price. You know what I mean? Just because of delivery fees and tip and all this stuff like that. And so I I need to go back cold turkey with like all of those subscriptions. So I did just cancel everything except YouTube Premium. I still have YouTube Premium. I feel like that's manageable. I think it costs $13.99 a month. I think that's manageable, and that is it. And then I got rid of DoorDash. I got rid of the app. Getting rid of the app for me isn't like it's not super like I can just re-download it, right? It doesn't like do that much to like keep me from doing it, because I could just re-download it again. And so yeah. So anyway, I just need to go back cold turkey like I was in 2024 on some things. And I don't know like a way to like force my way to like stick to it. You know what I mean? Like, being accountable here, like I'm telling y'all, but it's like, there's nobody like in my day-to-day who's going to be like, nope, don't order that, don't do that, or anything like that. But I just have to be accountable to myself. Like I have to like challenge myself. Like if I can't be honest with myself or accountable to myself, like who else am I going to be accountable to? You know what I mean? And so yeah, so this week, I usually do like my food prep or whatever on Sundays. So this week, I'm just coming up with some ideas for some frozen like or low effort meals, something easy to put together, something that I'll enjoy, that like if I do have low energy, or if I am sick, or if I get home late or anything like that, it's something that I can easily like put together, that I don't feel like, I don't feel like, because I go grocery shopping and buy all this stuff, and it's all stuff I want and all stuff that I want to cook, but I have to cook it, and it takes energy and effort, and I still haven't like fully regained my energy from being sick. And so I just want to make sure that that I think the food budget is what gets away the most. And so if I could tighten up that food budget, where I'm not spending all this extra money, I think that I can really rein in my budget and really get ahead the way that I really want to. You know what I mean? And so this week I'm coming up with some just low maintenance foods. And so for the remainder of this month, I'm gonna have like some microwavable things, or things that are already like pre-cooked, something that I can just heat up in the microwave. So some of the things I came up with was like grilled chicken from Jewel stores. I don't know if you guys have a Jewel. Sometimes it's called Jewel Osco. But it's like they sell this grilled chicken. It's like a whole chicken, but it's grilled. It's not rotisserie, it's grilled. And it's really good. It really has a different flavor than the rotisserie chicken. So I can get that, like the bag salad. I can get these stir-fry bags of stir-fry veggies. It's like a stir-fry veggie meal. Some of them are just veggies, and some of them have veggies and noodles. But it's a kit that comes, and it's in the produce section in Jewel, and you can buy those and cook that up. You can add protein to it, like salmon or chicken or something like that. And then any of that could like be put in a wrap or something like that, and it's not hard on the budget. It's easy on the budget. It's something quick to put together, and it's like if I cook it once, I still have some left over for another meal, and so I don't have to like cook every meal. And I think just knowing that, like, or cook ahead of time so that I don't have to like really be I don't know, feeling like, oh, I got to pull out all these pots and pans, and now I got to cook, and then I got to do the dishes. Like, my house is still a wreck from when I've been sick. Like, it's been weeks since I've really been able to, like, do a good cleaning, get all my laundry done. I had, like, 4 loads of laundry that I had washed but hadn't, like, folded and put away. So I finally did that last night. So just getting back into it, and like per usual, my year, but I didn't even put a lot of pressure on myself this year. It's like whatever the start of the year looks like, that's what it looks like. And so, because I've always had this pressure of like, oh, right away on January 1st, I want to start like being this new person. And this year I didn't put that pressure on myself. I just decided like, it is what it is. This is the direction I'm heading. If I can hit these marks by the end of the year, then I'm good. Like if I can hit these marks by the end of 2026, I'm good. So yeah, so the more consistent I can be with like not overspending on food, I think that is the biggest thing. Like I don't go into a store and looking for like clothes and stuff like that. I go in and like usually it's food related. If I overspend, it's usually food related. And so I'm trying to get away from that. And yeah, so this year, by the end of the year, my car is paid off. I have $11,000 in my fully funded emergency fund. I'll consider that a win. And like going into 2027 with those two things off my plate, that's going to be so free. And then hold on, I got to check this email, y'all, about tonight's game. Let me make sure that things are on track. Sorry, guys. She just sent an email and I can't see it yet. All right, here we go. I can see it on my phone, but not on here. I'm not sure why. But anyway, I can look into that later. But yeah, it's gonna look so different. It's gonna feel so free. I'm gonna feel like I have all this extra money, just like when I first started my budget. Once I started like reining things in, I felt so free, and I always felt like I had this extra money left over. It's not really extra as long as I still have debt. So it looks extra, but like I just need to really just rein all that in. So anyway, I've talked enough. Let's get into the budget. I didn't even write down how much I made. I think I remember though. I think my income, my check was after taxes and like withholdings or whatever. It was $1,347. No, $1,349 and some change. I believe that's what I got in my first paycheck of the new year. That didn't include any like extracurricular activity or anything like that. It didn't include anything extra. I haven't interpreted anything extra. When I worked for the basketball, so for interpreting, I worked for a cooperative, and for basketball, like all those extracurricular things, unless I'm interpreting, I work for the high school where we are housed. And so so that didn't include anything extra. That was just my flat paycheck with nothing extra in it. So, of course, I tithe. So my tithe was $190 because I tithe off of my income before taxes, before withholdings are taken out. So that my tithe is $190, and then personal maintenance is $60. And I use personal maintenance for anything. It could be to get my nails done. Obviously, I haven't been getting my nails done because I've been using personal maintenance to purchase medication, like just over-the-counter meds and stuff like that. And I take medication for asthma as well. So when those prescriptions come up, I'll take that from that $60. And usually, or if I need to, and I don't usually have to do all these things in one paycheck, but like if I have to replace my mascara or get a new eyebrow pencil or something like that, it'll come from that personal maintenance. Is that a little low? Yes, it's a little low. I might increase it, but I'm not looking to increase it right now. My car payment is normally $354 and some change, but I paid $370. I add extra. And then for groceries, I budget $100. For gas, I budget $100. My cell phone is $104 and some change, but on my budget, I say $105. And then YouTube is $13.99. Synchrony was a debt. Synchrony is like a credit card. It's a card, but it's like a store credit. And I got it when I purchased my Clarinet. And so it replaced so to play the clarinet, I was renting a clarinet from a music store, a local music store, and that was $45 a month. So I decided to go ahead and purchase my own clarinets, like so that it's brand new. I'm putting my own wear and tear on it. It's not like from somebody else using it or whatever. And so instead of paying $45 to rent that one, I paid $58 to pay back the credit that I used to purchase this clarinet. And so that is $58. So it was like a store credit. So the store is called Sweetwater. That's where I purchased my clarinet from. And they gave me a line of credit so that I could purchase it. And so I paid them $58. And my clarinet lessons are $45. So $45 for clarinet lesson. And then Capital One was my credit card. I had paid it off, and then I went back and used it again. And so I paid $100 on my Capital One credit card. So that's where we are. That's my budget. And whatever money that I have left over, I didn't do the math, so I didn't. But whatever money I have left over, it goes towards making an extra car payment. So instead of just paying my car note once a month, I pay it twice a month. And so I pay $370 out of each paycheck towards my car loan. And I think my car loan, I didn't even tell you guys I was going to do a car loan. I think it's down to $2,300 and something dollars. So that's where we are. I think the last time I said something, it was $2,600 or something. So it's gone down a little bit. And so, yeah, the day I pay that off, I don't even know what I'm going to do. But the money that the money that I'm paying towards my car, I'm going to take that $370 and then start putting it into savings. So I'll keep it as a line item, except it'll be savings instead of car payment. Because I think somebody asked me what was I going to do with that $370 once I paid my car off. That's what I'm going to do. So instead of it, so my budget is not going to change. Like, I'm not going to have more extra money. I'm just going to take that $370 and start putting it into savings so that I can start building my emergency fund. Still, I can start fully funding my emergency fund. And so yeah, so that's where we are for my first paycheck of the new year. I've tried a lot of things, like I'm gonna reward myself if I don't overspend, or reward myself once I pay this thing off or whatever. That hasn't worked for me. That hasn't been the motivating factor to keep me in line, and not overspend and things like that. And so I think it just has to be like a daily effort. It just has to be a daily choice, a daily dying to myself, and just making good decisions every day. I don't have a punishment for myself, nor do I have a reward for myself for doing it. But it does feel good to make the hard choice now so that later I can live a lot differently and live the way that I see myself living later. You know what I mean? And so also I've been trying to think about, because you guys know, I started this channel saying that I wanted to retire when I'm 55. Well, I'm 50 now. I'll be 51. But I do recognize that for me to be able to do that, I have to be able to still make income. And so when I say retire, I mean retire from this 9 to 5 grind, And I enjoy my job. It's not, I don't hate it or anything like that. It's not like I'm oh, I got to get out, I have to leave or anything like that. But I would like to, I would definitely like to increase some type of residual income that I make. So YouTube, I wasn't really consistent last year. I think when I look at my YouTube, already send out our 1099 or whatever the W-2 form or whatever that you have to claim taxes. And I think in 2025, I only made $793 from YouTube because I wasn't very consistent. And so this year I really want to change that. I really want to get back to, I think at one point in when I first started, I was like up to 3 videos a week. And so I just want to get more consistent in my life and things like that. And something that I think I mentioned it a little bit, or like in passing, or like just being funny. I was like, I think when I turned 50, I feel like perimenopause hit like a truck. Like I feel like, man, my energy just went away. I like all this joint pain, like I was just like, oh man, like I just felt like ambushed, you know? And that is something that I'm just like, this can't take over my life. I don't want to live that way. And like, where in the Bible does it say that we have to succumb to perimenopause and menopause symptoms? Some people don't even go through it. Some people don't even like have any symptoms. And I'm determined to be one of those people because I have a life to live. And it really does, like, and I never knew, because my mom and my aunt, I never really heard them like complain about any of this. And I'm just like, I cannot be like, I can't be held hostage by perimenopause or menopause or anything like that. And I won't be. I'm determined to not be. And so I'm just like doing the things I need to do, like the foods that I'm trying to eat. Like I'm really trying to like research what's best for like perimenopause health and things like that, for just health in general. Like I feel like all of a sudden I was 20 pounds heavier and just all kinds of stuff. It just hit me like a Mack truck. And I didn't know, like, I was just like, man, something has to change. And so like all this happening at the same time, and like, I don't know, I was just, I don't know, all over the place. But this year, like now that I can identify what it is, I can come against it, I can speak against it. I don't have to agree with menopause or perimenopause. I don't have to agree with those things. I really am fighting it, like with the word of God, because I can't be I can't be held hostage to something that's going to keep me from living his best for my life. You know what I mean? So I can't be held hostage and be bound by that. And I won't be. Because I can't be. I can't be. I have too much to do. The fact that I'm still on earth means there's still things that God wants me to do. And so I need to have the energy to do it. I need to have the finances to do it. And so that's where we are this year. That's what we're focused on this year. We're focused on discovering who I am, who God made me to be, what my own interests are, like what am I supposed to be doing, whose life can I impact and influence for the better, and different things like that. And so, yeah, so that's where we are. Here we are at the beginning of the year. Whatever growing pains we have, you guys are just going to come along with me, and that's just what we're going to do. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it took me so long to get back to you guys. I was down and out. And so I'm just believing God that I regain my full energy plus some, just back hitting the ground running like I was before, and more so, even better. And so yeah. So leave me some comments, and I'll just see y'all next time.